As we get ready now, Corey's back with us.
Yeah, so Richmond to restart play for the second half, and they've got all the work to do. 24-6, they trail. Field back into it now for Otahuhu. A little update from around the grounds. Mount Albert comfortable, 24-4 leaders over Marist at halftime. Point Chevalier are up 24-16 over Papakura at the break, while Mangere East hold a slender 16-14 lead over Howick. Big result brewing there. And in the big one, the Root Rooster clash, it is Glenora 10 points, Northcote 6 at the break. By all accounts, that game living up to the pre-match billing. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz. Immediate aftermath of the games will bring you the results, as well as match reports a little later in the day now as they break down the left by Mikaeli. Eventually taken down. No, he's not. Gets up and plays again. Referee Taylor says, back you go. Pucky to Doyle. Doyle shifts on quick. Quick hands here from the Leopards. Nuka. Bodies around and taking the ground. 10 out from the line. Pucky straightens, puts a little kick in behind. It's deflected. Is that knocked on by Richmond? Ball spilling out everywhere. Play on is now the call. And now they've got a chance out here on this left edge. Toi Pilotu going to go very close all the way. Sione Toi Pilotu, we wait for confirmation. It's all good, and the Leopards are in again.
Wow. Looking at that kickoff, I think they went both edges, Corey.
They did indeed.
They just kept throwing the ball around. They're always there. Someone's always backing up.
Straight off the era, they come out to this left edge, and Sione Toi Pilotu, well, it's a bit like Forrest Gump, just kept running, and eventually powers the way over. So Doyle with his toughest kick of the day, attempting to keep that perfect record in check.
Don't forget, live streaming College Rugby League every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Get to the match through aucklandleague.co.nz.
Doyle steps in this one, just away to the left. So the score remains Otahuhu 28, Richmond 6. Don't forget as well, July 8, the Farrelly Photos Women in League Day, live from Cornwall Park, and we're bringing you 2 live-streamed matches from both the under-15 grade and the senior grade. A big game between Mount Albert and Richmond in that one. Back to it we go off the boot of Kohifa, and it's a high one, claimed at the back, and Tora Whenua winds it up. Drives through, makes 5 meters post contact. Been good today, the bookends for Otahuhu, including this man off the bench, Soifeli. Spent some time with Point Chevalier. Come through the St. Paul system as well, Jonah Soifeli. 40 out from the line now. Ball loose, was that touched? Still play on is the call. Mikaeli picks it up. Mikaeli now centralizes. Takes them back to where it all started. Molotoa out the back now to Pucky. The boy from Waikato came through the system at Taniwharo, Pikiao and Nongataha. Down in the Bay of Plenty. They get to their kick and it's picked up. Heavy contact there. And it's Pongi, who's the man taken down. Richmond struggling for yardage so far in this set. Nathaniel Law He's very good last week against Point Chevalier. Nathaniel Lort really added something to the pack as Machu Stone Dunn now chimes in, plays short at the line. Last tackle coming up now for the Bulldogs. Slow play of the ball. Goes out the back. Stone Dunn shifts play on now. Kauhiva, a little chip over the top, and he's chased it as well. It's a good little play from Matrix Kauhiva, who goes again down to the right corner, and now it's a foot race. Mikaeli, a kind bounce in the end for the Otahuhu winger, and he takes it. Doyle, the dummy half, now looks to ruck it out. Now they're going to go down the left edge now, and there's a big break on down the sideline. Witty header it is, eventually taken to ground. It is end-to-end stuff here. Both sides looking to move the ball. Wonderful Auckland Rugby League inside the 10, the call. They get the penalty. Little update from the Crown Lift Trucks Sharman Cup as well. A couple of halftime scores. Northern Brothers up 12-0 over the Otara Scorpions. Bay Roskill hold an 18-4 lead over New Lynn. Franklin Storm 18-6 over Te Aratu. And the Ponsonby Ponies in charge 16-14 against Waitemata. The tap and the go now to Toi Polotu, the last try scorer for the Leopards. 10 metres out from the line now. Witty header jumps on the end of a good play of the ball. He's crunched just short of the line, makes a second effort. Going to be held up, I think. And actually advanced it after he was tackled, so play the ball is the call. Paki stepping back inside now. Tane Paki in heavy traffic, and he wears a shot for his trouble. Malutoa now hands it off to his standoff, Rahiri. Paki dribbles a little kick in behind, off the feet, and a knock on, and boy oh boy, it has been that kind of day for the poor old doggies, and now Doyle dances his way through. A horror show with the hands so far for Richmond. And it was an unfortunate one there. 6 again now. And you get the feeling Otahuhu really now starting to put the pressure on. How long can this Richmond side hold on for? Doyle spins around and flicks the ball out the back now. Paki plays on now. Koya looking to wrestle his way through. Had Nuka looming in support. Motumoave. Good read that time, but the flick pass comes out the back. Witty header back to pick it up. Fends off Melisea. Melisea now, and ends up throwing the ball to the completely the wrong man in the end there. Witty header, and the promising attack breaks down. So credit to Richmond there, who did really well. Survived back-to-back sets, and now they get a penalty to get them out of this end. So good stuff from the Bulldogs, showing some real character on their line there, Troy.
Yeah, absolutely. They were under sustained pressure there, and you know, as you said, that ball went astray from the pass. They picked that up. They're coming off the back of a penalty now. Hopefully they can kick out. And, yep, kicked way past our commentary booth. And they're up just offside to us at the 40-metre mark. And here they come with their first set.
We've given plenty of praise to this Otahuhu attack, but also note their defence. They've held teams to 12 points or less in 3 of their last 4 games. They only average 18.7 points against us here. So the defence really good as well, up there with the best teams in the competition when you look at it on an average basis. Richmond, on the other hand, well, it's been their Achilles heel. 36 points on average they leak per game. Some big score lines in the past couple of weeks. 38 and 58 in the last fortnight they've conceded. Kauhiva now, he's got some toes. Shuffles play on. Henry taking the ground. We see a change in back play there. Peel coming off for a rest. Akoi Atmore to Stone Dunn, and the pass is a shocker. Dribbles over right in front of the clubhouse here at Bert Henham Park.
The clubhouse is absolutely chocker up there at the corporate box.
On the taxi, look.
You're not wrong. I don't think they could fit a single person more on that deck. It is a chocker block indeed. Everyone coming out to watch the Fox team in action today.
And a big thank you to the local sponsors here for the Otahuhu Leopards. It's the Sponsors Day, so big shout out to them.
Doyle, now they're going to shift here. Otahuhu, Mikaeli, who has looked lethal on the ball every time he's had a chance. So Philly takes them up to 5 out from halfway. Doyle gets to his kick as well. Doyle dinks it over the top. Mikaeli's chasing hard. This is a tricky one at the back. It's going to roll out just as well, probably for Richmond, because Stone Dunn was going to have a difficult decision to make there, with Mikaeli breathing down his neck.
It's been pretty much all Otahuhu Leopards in the second half. You know, Richmond have been starved with the ball. They've had it a few times, but not enough to mount any pressure.
Boys, reminder, use the foot when you play the ball. Use the foot when you play the ball. Yeah, you're right. Nice and tight. Yeah. Out. Up now, four.
There's still plenty of time left in this one. Time enough for Richmond to get themselves back in the game if they're good enough.
Release down, four, third. Good, two. Four, stay out.
Good little run out of dummy half that time. Takes them up to 40 out from the line. Kyle Neal, now the dummy half. Hands it off to Latour. He's tackled well down low by Motu Moave. Kauhifa. Kauhifa dummies to motion and then flicks it out the back, and now there's something on down the right edge, but well contained. With the header involved in the tackle that time. Back to the middle of the park. Kauhifa gets to his kick. Doyle is under it. Beautiful take, Geronimo Doyle. Safe as houses. Hands it off to Setu too. Look at that. He's got the arm out looking for the offload. Nuka Nuka jumps out. The outside back's doing so much damage today for John Ackland's team.
Right side. Move now.
Richard Halani back on for his second stint of the game. Swing it out the back now. Doyle running it. Flicks it out again. Hot potato stuff here from the Leopards. Another offload now, Toi Pelotu. Now they've got space out on this left edge here now. It's picked up by Rahiri. Rahiri dribbles a little kick in behind. With the header chasing. Rahiri with the header. We're going to need confirmation on that one. Oh, brilliant rugby league. Otahuhu Leopards, another try. And let's take a look at how it went down.
Look at the offloads. Beautiful.
Offloads coming from everywhere. This was lovely stuff here. Great vision. With the header chasing hard, just onside by the look of it. And look at that. He dodges a tackle off the ball, still manages to go. Does really well to ground it in the end, Troy, as well. Tricky ball to take.
He was getting close to the dead ball right at the very end, so awarded. A few claps. A lot of people happy.
Well, in the pre-match, John Ackland alluded to exciting rugby league. Said his team wouldn't die wondering with the ball, and they have delivered. Some glorious tries scored today, and certainly, from my point of view, one of the most entertaining games we have called so far this year. Some of the individual skill in this team, quite brilliant, and the way they combine. Doyle now with another difficult one. He's only missed one today. He's been on song with the boot.
And just capturing some of the Bulldogs in the background there. They're not even in a huddle having a chat. Just watching the kick at goal. He muffed that, you can tell by the sound.
So score remains Roof Care Otahuhu Leopards 32, Richmond Bulldogs 6. 55 minutes gone here at Bert Henham Park.
Don't forget, Women in League action next Sunday, live streaming. Make sure you capture all of the information on our website, aucklandleague.co.nz. We're up for a big clash that day.
Back straight into it, and here come the Leopards. Getting going again. The crowd starting to make plenty of noise over on that side of the field as well. They're enjoying their footy, and why not? The Leopards, some champagne rugby league so far. Doyle shuffles it on now. Another good carry from Soifeli, who's been strong off the bench now. Toi Pilotu, oh, risky stuff, plays it at the line. Shooting out was Carlos Henry, looking for the intercept. Instead it's 6 again.
We'll just go back and play the ball at the spot.
Yeah. Moved off the mark there. Back to it we go. Sean Mutumuave represented the Auckland Vulcans at age grade. Another good carry from Koya. Down the right edge they come. Richie Halani fires up. Looks like he's come on to replace Uncle Freddie in the front row. Bucky goes out the back door now. Geronimo Doyle joins in. Doyle taking the ground. Melisea involved along with Kauhifa. Toi Pilotu now jumps down this left edge. With the header, dances his way back inside. Looking for a friend. Eventually links up right in front of the SAS uprights. Last tackle coming up. Doyle and Pucky set to either side. It goes to Pucky, who tucks the ball under the wing now, runs it, flicks the ball out the back. Motu Moave, who shuffles play on. They've got space out here on the left edge if they can get it there. So Philly, ball comes loose. It's going to be called back for a knock-on. So well done to Richmond. Holding on that time. It has been a tough old day at the office for the Central Aucklanders. But they're continuing to turn up.
Give him room. 1. Move now, stand 12. Hold. 2.
Latoa, good carry forward there by Big Leon. Gets to a quick play of the ball as well. They need more of that, the Bulldogs. Nathaniel Law now. Looking for a smaller body to run at. You're hard pushed in this Otahuhu team. They're fairly sizable across the park. Spinning out the back now. Stone Dunn dinks a little kick over the top, but it's beautifully read by Setutu, who has had a fine game on the flank.
Good one. Reach out, boys. Hold. 2.
Vafu Swanga back onto the park for his second stint. Gets the offload as well. Toi Pilotu, it's picked off. And still running now is Kauhifa, the smallest man on the park.
0.
He's had some nice touches today for Richmond. Typically a winger, but called into the halves today with Brandon Motion moving to loose forward.
Good one.
Leon Latoa,
Big minutes from Leon Latoa.
he won't die wondering today. He has had some good carries. Stone Dunn now chimes in. They head out to the left edge. Siave Tupo brings his winger in. The ball pops out. It's going to be Otahuhu's by the look.
Let's go, eh? Wrap around, wrap around. Out!
So Vafu Swanga picked up the ball at the back. Noka.
Up now, 30! Oh, looking 1.
Mikaeli stands them up. Another good carry from the third-year player who won the under-20s with the club back in 2016. Playing some great footy today as now they flick it out to this left edge now. Malutoa into open space. Malutoa, Laura's coming across, flicks the ball back in field. Cleaned up by Richmond. Play on is the call. Good work from Stone Dunn to scoop it up. The big fella, Malutoa, found himself into open space out wide. Eventually reeled in by Nathaniel Law. Tackle up high again. So Richmond will kick for touch. And as we enter the final 20 minutes, Troy, and we build towards the SAS Player of the Day award, interested to know who's standing out for you. For me, Setu 2 on the wing. He's been very damaging. Similarly, Mikaeli on the other side, but hard to look past in the pack. Sione Tuipulotu, the back rower, he's been really good today. Some telling carries, scored a try. He's been good.
No. Tuhoi train. Freddie's getting it.
Fair enough, too. After 200 games, dare say he deserves it. There's Vafu Suanga. Gets a talking to from referee Taylor. Neil to kick for touch, so that's back-to-back penalties here against the Leopards. Mention their defensive record. Held teams to 12 or less in 3 of their last 4. They'll want to do that again. Defense the focus now for John Ackland's side.
All the way, 10, all the way.
Akoi Atmore spins it to the middle of the park. Kauhifa now, it's a play involving all of the spine. Ball is spilt loose, look out. Gets the offload away as well. Now there's a bit of a foot race on. Leon Latour, what an effort from Big Latour. Gets back and joins in on the tackle with Kyle Neal. They give away the penalty.
Oh, just crazy.
But the big fella tracking back. Great stuff from Leon Latour, making those little extra efforts. And at 32-6, as a front rower who's had plenty of carries today, easy to let someone else do the work on that one. Doyle kicks for touch, and I don't think it's going to find touch. It is.
Is it?
And eventually, I think we're going to have a dropout at the end of all that. So a fairly bizarre little play there.
You know, only moments ago, Richmond had, back-to-back penalties down inside the territory.
Sorry to interrupt you there,
No,
Troy,
you're
but
right.
it looks like it's now been overturned and it's going to be a Richmond ball. So I'm not too sure what's gone on there with the touch finder.
Good now, turn. Oh,
The Bulldogs ride a little bit of luck on that one. Goodness knows they could do with some. They haven't had a lot today. Latour takes them up over halfway. Neil, Siave Tupo. How powerful is this guy? His change of direction, his speed. It is remarkable. He won the national title with Southern Cross Campus over the last couple of years. Kauhiva now brings Machu Stone Dunn in. Stone Dunn is clear, looking for the offload. Looming in supporters, Akoi Atmore. And that is a well-deserved try for the Richmond Bulldogs. Isaac Akoi Atmore, the man to finish it off. But put it down to the work of Machu Stone Dunn. Once again, his second assist of the day. And it all starts with this carry from Siave Tupo, who pulls in a couple. Sione Tongi are involved in the tackle here. But then look at this. Kauhiva, lovely little inside ball. Stone Dunn, he's got the pace and the awareness here to deliver a lovely pass right into the breadbasket of Akoi Atmore, who looms up in support and dots down under the posts.
So that certainly helps. Otahuhu have had a lot of ball in this half, and Richmond successful on the kick, but great little try. And as you said, Stone Dunn on a second assist and basically created that, so fabulous effort from him.
There on screen, Coach John Ackland in the trademark cap. And he'll be disappointed with that at this point of the game. The
Okay, stay behind, kick out.
defense really would be the focus. Well, we know what they can do on attack as we go back underway now.
Move now, 13, let him up. Good one.
Kauhifa to Neil. Neil, one more now. Richmond with a bit of a spring in the step all of a sudden. They get the offload out the back. It's Neil again, who then centralises through Nathaniel Law. Making good yardage here, the doggies. Left they go to Latour. Pucky brave down low. 40 metres out from the line now. Richmond looking to get to the quick play of the ball. It's a penalty and they'll want to get things moving because they've got a bit of momentum now and they want to build on it. Akoi Atmore goes to the spot. He'll kick this one into touch. Came through into the senior team a couple of seasons ago, playing halfback at that time. Now playing the bench utility role, coming on to relieve Sam Sturgis at dummy half. A graduate of the SAS College Rugby League competition. You can catch that competition live every Wednesday from 4 p.m. on aucklandleague.co.nz. Neil now swings it out the back. Prius bumping carry forward, but that's great first up contact, I think, from Soifele by the look of it. Kauhifa, Stone Dunn. Stone Dunn now holding it up now. Quick hands out the back. Ball bounces. Play on's the call right now. But good defence from the Leopards. They pile him into touch, but wasn't that positive football from Richmond, Troy? A vast improvement. They carried with purpose. They got to quick play the balls and were able to find some success off the back of it.
Yeah, and I think showing a little bit of patience there. You know, they got to the right end of the field. Getting carried, pulled out over the sideline just eases the wee bit of the pressure off Otahuhu as we get ready for the scrum now.
So we're into the final 13 minutes or so here at Bert Henham Park. Malutoa the man to feed the scrum. Nuka Nuka.
Up now, Paul. Keep coming left side. Milking one.
I think we'll look for Otahuhu to try and grind it out, complete the set, get a nice kick away.
Very slow play of the ball. Tongia plays at the line. Super effective in his first stint was Sione Tongia. Pucky kicks low across the ground. It's a good kick as well. Sits up. And that's going to be very close to a 40-20. Very close to a 40-20. We're going to wait for confirmation.
Coaching staff over here on the right of us says it was in.
And it is a 40-20 indeed. So while you are picking up the referee's audio at home, unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of that in the commentary box today. As Setu 2 looks to power straight through and does so. Setu 2, well, a brilliant run there. Again, was really nothing on. Richmond caught napping, and they had no excuse here because there was plenty of time for them to get back onside. But look at this. Still bodies on screen, backs to the play of the ball, and Setu 2 looks up. He can't believe his luck. Straight through. Kauhiva, the only man within Kui. And he touches down Setu 2.
He's had a great game today, but not as great as Freddie.
And just a little update on other scores. Howick have now taken the lead against Mangere East after being behind at halftime. So at this stage, Otahuhu will remain in 5th position on the ladder. We know jumping into the top 4 today at this stage, even with victory today. Looks like we're still at 10-6 in the Rooster match between Glenora and Northcote. As Doyle puts it over, adds another 2.
So big week of rugby league for the ARL team. College Rugby League Wednesday, 4 p.m, kicking off for that. Fox again on Saturday, and there'll be a 2:30 live stream match for that one. And then Sunday, we have the Women in League. So It's
Yeah,
full
all
on.
good. Plenty of footy on.
Aucklandleague.co.nz. Click on, fill your boots.
Mine's good.
High one now off the boot of Kauhifa, and it's contested by Richmond. I think knocked on by Richmond.
Knock on. Knock on.
And back for a scrum.
Scrum.
Loose head and feed to Otahuhu.
Sorry? Basically going for the ball. I can't. Oh.
Just not their day. Yeah.
Let's go, fellas. Down.
Just thinking to myself there, Corey, the spelling on that gentleman's jacket. That's sold jars.
Doyle.
Release down. Transfer. Oh.
He's been a pillar of strength at the back for the Leopards today.
Good man.
Mikaeli jumps out. Great yardage on offering again.
Oh.
We've given them a few raps today, but the wingers today for the Leopards, wonderful, as the other one now gets involved, Setu too. He's got 2 tries to his name. Mikaeli with 1. Bafusuanga to Tongia. Sione Tongia winds it up. Sione Tongia still going, looking for a second try of the day. Eventually taken down with the help of Machu Stone Dunn. Now wants a quick play of the
Fantastic
ball. Penalty. This will be lucky if it's not a sin binning. Referee Taylor says penalty sufficient. Have to wonder how long until we see Freddie Torofenua re-enter the field. Surely we're going to see Freddie finish the game on the field. Game number 200. Vafusuanga looks left, goes right, try. Too easy, Otahuhu. And another one for the Leopards. Let's take a look on the replay. Starts with a good carry from Richie Holani. And then here, just a cheeky little look left. Go right instead from Tommy V at dummy half. And we can't quite catch the number of the try scorer there. But all that matters is it's another 4 points.
Made that look easy, didn't he?
Did indeed. Put it down to the nice work from Richie Holani in the first hit up.
Well, the Otahuhu boys have certainly turned it on down here today at Burnt Henman. And for the Richmond supporters, there's another 8 minutes something to go.
Doyle looking to continue a fine day with the boot. And flags are up. So Roof Care, Otahuhu Leopards 44, Richmond Bulldogs 12. 7 minutes to go here. A shout out to the Richmond sponsors as well, Grayland Tavern, Waterview Laundromat, Mickey B Fitness, and LJ Hooker Ponsonby.
Fantastic group of sponsors for the Richmond Bulldogs. And Waterview Dry Cleaners, fantastic supporters.
And pleased to announce that Freddie is back on for the final 7 minutes. Freddie Torofenua.
Freddie never left, mate.
Yes, as my commentating partner would have it, Freddie's played the full 80 today. He's probably scored 2 or 3 tries.
Mate, and little did you know, he actually played an extra time as well.
Sione Tongia, he's been wonderful, the starting number 10.
Yeah, man, I can't get over the turn of speed he's got. He just, you know, he's got a lot of weaponry, that boy.
Yep, an experienced player. He's spent some time playing for the Auckland Vulcans, also some country league in Australia with the Orange Hawks. He came back this year to be part of the Leopards team as now they shuffle out to the left. With the header breaks now. He's got Mikael Illumin in support. He will not need him. Rahiri with the header. Another one for the Leopards, who are going to have the chance to make it 50 points.
And I was only going to say earlier, as we're coming back for the kickoff, some of the Otahuhu boys haven't even walked down to the when they scored the try. They're just strolling back. Is that a wee bit of pride in the line as you see this try going in from a fabulous runaway?
Yeah, brilliant speed. He had Mikaeli there if he needed him. credit to Matrix Kalhiva, who has been one of the Bulldogs' best today, and he chased that one all the way in. But Rahiri with the header. Another of the boys to represent the Auckland Māori under-20s earlier in the year at the Upright Access Man Cup.
So yeah, the very untimely comment was, be nice to have some pride in the line and let's not break 50. Well, we didn't even get a chance to get that out.
Yeah, Doyle now with the chance to crack the half century.
I wouldn't be looking forward to Tuesday night turning up with Steve Bucky and defence work, hill work. Was probably going to get a hiding at training.
Yeah, and we look at their last fortnight, 38 points conceded last week against Point Chevalier, 58 points conceded the week before against Howick, and it looks like being at least 48 today as Doyle steps in, strikes it nicely off the boot. There it is, 50 points for the Leopards. Doyle puts it over from out wide.
Richmond taking their time.
Short one down towards the corner, cleaned up by Witty Header, try scorer.
Up now, stand square. We ask you to work. Up down, come up. Hold, up and quick. Hold.
Just short of halfway now, the Leopards. Doyle out the back now to Paki. Paki hands it off to Halani. Halani now to Nuka. The little basketball pass in over the top. Tupou gets a hand to it.
Up now, touch. 0.
It's gone back to 0 on the tackle.
Halani winds it up again. Between him and Tongia, they really set the tone early on with their carries on the middle of the park.
Complete the magical...
Throughout Tura Whenua. Can we get the fairy tale? A try for Freddie in game number 200. Vafusuanga now to Witty Header, who pops the ball back in field. Knock on by Vafusuanga in the end. So scrum to pack down.
A lot of sign language going on here inside the commentary.
Neil to Siave Tupou.
Good bird. Hey, top. Hey. Hold.
Well, they'll need to turn things around quickly, Richmond. They face Mangere East next week, who are near them on the ladder. It's a massive game for them at... Looks like that one will be played at Walter Massey Park now, originally scheduled down to be the curtain raiser. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz to find the exact field location for that one later in the week. And for the Leopards, well, they have a huge test. Point Chevalier, the joint ladder leaders, as Stone Dunn kicks in behind, and Stone Dunn's pulled up there. Stone Dunn's done his hammy by the look of it.
Let him up. Let him up.
Nuka's cleaned it up in the meantime, but concerned for Stone Dunn in the background, who's coming straight from the field. Nathaniel Law replacing him.
Move now. Up. Hold.
And that does not look good for Machu Stone Dunn. Clutching at the back of the leg. Vafusuanga now shifts play on. Now they accelerate through the middle of the park. Here we go. Great carry forward from Tane Paki. Takes them up over halfway. A quick play of the ball on the end of it. Vafusuanga jumps out. They're inside. And that penalty...
No, didn't like to play the ball, mate.
...is for an incorrect play of the ball. You're quite right, Troy. So Richmond ball. So we enter the final few seconds in this one. Do stay with us at full time. We'll speak to the respective captains.
Cheers, Corey. Off in the middle. Back, right side. Yeah. Go.
Kamanapo.
Move now! Okay, off now. Oh. Yeah, go one.
Neil. Kalhifa now brings Leon Latour in. Richmond looking to finish on a high. Siren goes in the background. And there it is. It is the Roof Care Otahuhu Leopards 50, Richmond Bulldogs 12, and round 12 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Stay with us. Captain interviews to come.
Yeah. Good luck, Rick. Thank you. Could have risen. There's a way, broken face. Yeah. Good luck. Yes. Yeah. You're correct. I got rattled because I thought he touched it, and that's why it's going bloody stolen back. But then, yeah, no, so you're correct. Thanks.
Now joined by Stuart, captain of the Richmond Bulldogs. Well, Stuart, another tough day at the office, mate.
Yes, like I said last week, those little percenters, those 1%ers really got them in, and we tried to fix all that in the second half, but it wasn't making it easy for us with more little 1%ers. But yeah, we gave it our best and tried to have a strong finish, and hopefully we can fix those 1%ers.
Yeah, once again, you were right in the game, but just struggling to stay in the grind right now, this team.
Yeah, it's a little thing we're working on of 80 minutes, but yeah, it's a work in progress. Not many games left, but yeah, we're getting there. Just same thing with those 1%ers, keeps letting other teams in, just making it harder for ourselves, you know.
Big game next week against Mangere East. How important is this game to give yourself a bit of breathing room and not have to worry about that threat of relegation?
Yes, that's true. Very important for us, you know. If we fix those 1%ers, we might have a chance to get off that bottom, and yeah, it might be safe for us. But yeah, same thing, survival now. So.
Well, Stuart, thanks for joining us. Hard luck today and all the best for next week.
Thank you, brother. Well, have a good day.
So that wraps up our coverage today from Bert Hennon Park, celebrating Freddie Torofenoa's 200th game with a big victory for the Otahuhu Leopards. Do join us midweek Wednesday from 4 p.m. for the SAS College Rugby League, and of course we're back live next Saturday from 2 p.m. in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. We'll see you then.
Live league action. In 2018, the Auckland Rugby League is putting the game in your hands. Never miss a hit from New Zealand's premier rugby league competition. Run it straight to the breakfast team Fridays from 8:20 a.m. when they tackle the toughest competition in town. To get the inside edge on where you can watch the action live and free, hit up aucklandleague.co.nz. Live league action. aucklandleague.co.nz.
Oh my
Some
dear.
of the hits in this one. Here.
Love the College Rugby League.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park. And oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there. Here.
Love the College Rugby League.